All right, we're live. So I'm out here hanging out in the shop. I've got a bunch of parts to make because I just sold the last forge today, and so I got to make a bunch more. Now to do that, building their own burner, it's going to be a inside look behind the scenes how to make the part that most people can't make. So, anyways, so right now I'm just going to cut a whole bunch of blanks, and you can see I've got a kind of risky situation. I have to keep the RPMs extremely low because I have an entire bar. That is no bueno. So, anyways, I gotta cut a bunch of chunks off. So I'm gonna cut a whole bunch of blanks, and then I'll put them back in to do the machining. Now I have a chop saw. I have a chop saw, and I could cut these all first, but then I waste a lot of material. So if it turns out with RPMs going this slow, it's a real pain to be able to do this, then I may bail on this strategy. In the past, I've always used a chop saw. I have not done it this way. So first thing I need to do is go 1/8 of an inch. So that's 1.25. Reset to 0. And the piece I am making is this guy, which, where's my calipers? This is the problem. I had like 15 minutes to get prepared, and I still don't have all the things I need. Let me find my calipers. All right, I got them. Okay, so take a quick measurement. 1.5 inches. I don't know if this is going to work with such low RPMs. That would help if I, wow. I've got a lot of extension on my cutoff piece. I'm going to quick adjust that because I don't want to break it. Let's get a little bit more rigidity here. I'm going to bring you guys in a little bit closer so I can see if there's any comments. And I'm wearing my goofy goggles here. But hey, they're actually more comfortable than a lot of safety glasses I've worn. So that's a benefit. What's up, Anna? I'm making a video. I'm live right now.
Remember when the time when and you were like saying don't bang the camera?
Yep, this is one of those times that you should not bang the camera.
Like a long night?
No, I'm not going to be on really long. I have to stop the camera to put you guys to bed in about
I know.
20 minutes.
I know. I wasn't talking about it.
Oh, okay. Try to get a little more RPM. If I can get to 300. my cutoff tool up. Because now I'm way too low. It's not one thing, it's another. So unlike Facebook, I can see when somebody joins, but I can't see who. So I'll just say hi to whoever's out there. Glad you've taken the time to stop on in. This isn't going to be like spectacularly amazing and all, but you know, it's a nice night, and it's either got one mosquito in here that is driving me crazy. It's either come out here in the shop and work with my hands and do something productive, or sit inside and, you know, be distracted with all the other crap going on in the world. And I've had about all I can take of the other stuff, so it's time for a break. Don't tell my wife I took off my glasses. I burnt myself a couple times right on the eyelid. This is dangerous, but I was getting all sweaty with those things on. So how's life with you guys? I've stalled it out. I am making this piece right here. So this goes into the end of a forge burner. I've run out of the 90-degree ones, so I'm gonna make as many as I can. I start by cutting it off. So right now I'm just gonna cut a bunch of blanks. It's not super exciting, I know, but that's why I'm just doing a live video. I do have some good news. I am getting a CNC plasma table in a couple months. I'm gonna place my order in a day or two, and then it's back ordered. So hey, thanks for the comment, by the way. At least now I know that the comments are working. I wasn't sure if anybody posted a comment if I would actually see it, but I can, so thanks for helping me out there. If anybody has any questions about, you know, manual lathes or that type of thing, let me know. This is a Wade number 8. It's from the 1940s. is what I'm going to do when I get this one piece cut. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to cut off, I don't know, like a 18-inch chunk. This is ridiculously slow. But I'm almost done, so I'm going to finish this one. And then we're going to crank the speed up. Sorry, I should have figured this out before I went live. But that's the truth about life. You don't always know this stuff. You know, you watch all these videos on YouTube, and it seems like everybody has it all together, everybody has everything figured out, everybody knows exactly, you know, what they're doing. But honestly, you're seeing the edited stuff, you know? Half the time, you try 4 different times before you figure it out, you finally get it right. You do like 5 different, you know, cuts of the same thing, you get one that's good, and that's the YouTube video. You know, real life's not that way. In real life, we have failures, we go down paths that are dead ends, we hit roadblocks. Like, this is a total dead end. This is not viable. There's no way I could spend this much time cutting each one. And in the past, I haven't, you know, but I wanted to try something new. I thought maybe I could save some material by just putting the whole half a bar in the lathe and turning it really slowly so it doesn't get out of control, but it's just not enough RPMs. So, come on, we're almost there. Yeah, I hear you, man. How long can you watch the riots? It's like, I gotta be careful what I say. You know, on YouTube, I'm not allowed to talk about that kind of stuff anymore. But let's just say, yeah. It's the same thing, a new day. What happened was absolutely terrible, but what is happening is more terrible. How many people will die now as opposed to one? It was, yeah, it's bad all around. All right, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take you guys over to the cutoff wheel, and let's get some stuff done here. I just hit my all right, so let's swing things around. I think that's on camera. All right, so I got to cut a whole bunch of 1.5-inch long pieces, and I wasn't expecting to come over here, so of course, got all kinds of crap over here with a chop saw. This is more real life happening right here on camera. I think it's funny that people complain sometimes about, you know, videos not moving fast enough. Man, you can tell those people are the people who've never fabricated anything in their life. You know, they want instant gratification. They want to see the whole thing in 4 minutes or less. And that's not life. All right. So I got a finished part, and I'm going to use this part to set the length. I think I'm going to bring you guys over to the other side. Come on over here where you can see. I am in, oh no, it went away. Man, oh there we go. If I hit that, I can see it for a little bit longer. In. Oh, well, I'm in Indiana. So the nice thing is it gets cool during the night. And because it cools down at nighttime, my shop cools off and it's insulated. So if I keep the door shut all day long, when I get home in the afternoon, like right now, it's like 72 degrees in the shop because it has a concrete floor and insulated walls. If I were to open up the shop door, it's 90. Well, it was 91 out. It's like 88 right now. So yeah, I'm gonna keep that shop door closed. Just because I want to keep the heat out. But yeah, you know, eventually the cold concrete, it just doesn't cut it after a couple weeks of this hot weather, and then it does stay hot. All right, it's gonna get loud. Okay, I totally screwed up there. I got talking and I forgot my plan was to cut off an 18-inch chunk-ish and then take it over the lathe for fast cutting. So I got distracted. It's okay. I can still use that piece. And I've got lots of extra. So, you know, my battery may die. So if this video just cuts off at some point, that's what happened. I'm going to cut a big piece now so we can take it over to the lathe. All right, if you're interested, the saw I'm using is a Hitachi, I don't know, I got it at Menards. It's 15 amps. That is not true, by the way. You hook this up to a 15 amp breaker, it's going to be kicking that thing off all the time. Cool, man. Thanks for hanging out. So yeah, it's this Hitachi saw. It says it's 15 amps. If you run on a 15 amp breaker, you will never cut through 1-inch stock like I did. It'll kick out all the time. I had to hook up a new breaker and run a heavy duty extension cord over here because this thing was kicking out all the time. So let's get back to the lathe. Ow! Just burnt my fingers. Tried to pick up that little tiny piece. Not a good idea. Small pieces like that get real hot real fast. So, alrighty, back to the lathe. So I'm going to take this bar, and so now I can spin it at high RPMs and we can get a lot more work done because that was taking forever. Oh, but the ends, I can't fit that in the lathe. Both ends are that way, so we got to run over to the belt grinder. Run over to the belt grinder. For those of you who don't already know, I'm in love with this thing. And you can be too for 99 cents. Just kidding. No, I do have plans for these on my website.